Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cold Brew Cast, episode 4. You're here with your constant co-hosts, Matty J, Drake G, and Colton D. What's going on?
Howdy, howdy.
Hi.
We're back again for another episode with you guys.
We're here doing it. Living life, loving life.
Be a spicy one.
Live, laugh,
Could
love.
be.
I was sipping my coffee when we first started this recording, and it made me think about all the podcasts that I listen to when I'm like at work and stuff. And like, man, isn't it the worst when people are like chewing or like sipping into a microphone that's like super high quality?
Oh,
Like, isn't that just, I get people listen to ASMR. I don't get it.
it's awful.
It's
Yeah,
like if like I hate to out myself like this, but I've listened to some Joe Rogan, and
Yeah.
like because he has good guests on, and some of them will just like slurp their whiskey into the mic, and I'm like, can you shut up? Like, please. Like, that's the worst thing ever. It's
Yeah,
so
you just get
bad.
that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because
Not
their
good.
quality's so good.
I promise I won't.
I mean, it's like
Yeah.
like the Hot Ones experience. You know.
Yeah,
that
that's
one's
a
probably a
little
rough
better.
one for that.
Honestly, I don't find it too bad. I find they're masterful with their cutting and stuff like that. So you're
True.
not watching too much like just like face
Mowing.
chewing.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is super true.
I have no hair, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Goodbye, Bond.
like I have the whatever the like the thing is where you just don't like people chewing with their mouth open.
Mm.
I believe that's called common sense.
So true.
Yeah.
It definitely is common sense, and I constantly in my life face up against people who are really loud chewers. I think it's my lot in life and my penance that I have to pay to exist on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
I can't out people in this particular context, but there's a family of really loud chewers that are really close to me, and if you think you know who you are, you're probably right. And it's like just no bueno. Half of them chew fine, and the other half are like chewing like.
Yeah.
And
just
bad
really just like
it's
chowing on it.
masticating is an understatement.
They're
when we're
OP.
around that group. Yeah, it's bad. It's
Look
bad.
at that powerful chew.
Yeah, seriously. Before we get into how everybody's weeks were, should we discuss some poll results from the last week and a bit?
Yes.
In regards to whether or not a Caesar salad wrap is a wrap or is it a salad? So three independent polls were taken. One was put on our Instagram story. One my brother did on his Twitter. Thank you for doing that. You didn't have to do it, but we appreciate your work. And Colton, you did one at your work.
Yeah, I kind of went around and just asked everybody their opinions.
So in total, we had 116 people answer the questions. So can't be calling out biases this week.
Don't tell me what I can't do.
In total, 116 people. 25% of those people agreed that a Caesar salad wrap is a salad.
That's pretty good.
The
It's not an insignificant amount.
74%, around 94 people agreed that a wrap is a wrap and not a salad.
We can't define something.
Sorry,
you guys brought it hard, and I'm going to bring it back. I don't think that you can define something by using its name.
Well,
calling a wrap because it's a wrap. Calling a wrap a wrap because it's a wrap is not. It's not an argument.
Well,
and also I demand a recount. My lawyers will be on the ground tomorrow.
Okay.
And they'll be contacting you, and we'll discredit all of this because obviously a chicken Caesar salad wrap is still a chicken Caesar salad. Very obviously.
Well, that's all right. That's okay. The democracy stands. We have our votes. You and the other 22 people can have your little island. We're
It won't be little. It's not going to be little because we're coming for you.
okay.
We win.
Big salad.
I'm going to start a religion where we worship the chicken Caesar salad wrap. The deity, the chicken Caesar salad wrap, has many forms. Three forms.
To be fair,
specifically,
if
it has the form of the wrap, the form of the chicken Caesar salad, and then of course it's spirit.
Right.
Yeah. And so yeah, you pray to the spirit, you know. The chicken Caesar wrap came, it nourished me. You know,
I love that. I mean, if there can be like the flying spaghetti monster, then like you can absolutely start a religion based around this.
Maddie J, constant co-host and head of the Church of the Chicken Caesar.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's
Gotta
legendary.
have that title for next episode.
I might.
Yeah, I think you should change your plaque.
100%. Well, you know what? As much as the consensus is that a chicken Caesar salad is not a wrap, and a wrap is not a chicken Caesar salad, I still stand in fortitude with those of our listeners who, you know, it's almost a representative democracy. You know, all close to 2/3, or close to 1/3 against, or close to 1/3 with, 1/3 against, 2/3 against.
I believe that's a quarter.
It's close enough. Okay, I believe that's a quarter.
I'm just saying, it's very clearly defined.
It's very clearly me trying to make a reference to the fact that there are three of us, and that was a close number. Thank you, Colton, for making sure that my reference does not fly. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I got you.
This is definitely water.
Yeah.
Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody.
Happy St. Patty's Day to everyone who celebrates.
Last week.
Last week.
When this releases.
I hope you had a great weekend and didn't get too drunk. And also
this comes out today.
Oh.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Because we're
late recording.
Yeah.
It's Patty energy.
Yeah. We had a spicy week earlier. I hope you're all drinking responsibly, and we are all above the legal drinking age and can consume alcohol whenever we want. Yeah. And I hope that you are, as viewers, also doing the same thing.
Probably.
Yes.
How's everybody's week? Mary J?
I mean, mine is
Colton D? Who wants to?
I'll go.
I'll throw it to you, Colton.
Okay. The week overall, not super interesting. Played basketball on Tuesday and worked the rest of the week. Work has been straightforward. Gonna just gloss over that because nothing specific to note. But yesterday, big news coming my way, potentially. This is all tentative. So number one, I'm about to show the fans just how much of a wreck of a human being I am by saying this statement, but it's fine. It is what it is.
But you've corrected it now.
I have corrected it now. Yeah. So I didn't do my taxes for 3 years. And you know, whoops, is what it is.
Degenerate.
Yeah, I know. But I went in and I went to undisclosed, not sponsoring us company, and paid a bunch of money for them to help me through my situation, and it turned out super good. Like I'm pumped about this. This is a great update in life for me. So I owed like CERB money because I messed up one of my claims or whatever, and I have a student line of credit that I've been paying off, and the money that I'm getting back this year pays both of those. So I'm like very close to debt free. And then like 10 minutes after I was in that meeting with my tax person, my father calls me and he's like, yo, you know how you've been looking for a 4-wheel drive vehicle, something that's easy on gas, that you won't ever have to worry about the snow again and stuff. You're kind of tired of your old car. It's breaking down and everything. I was like, yeah. He's like, found the perfect thing, a Jeep Compass. It's in Bridgewater, and sent all your information in just now to see if you can get approved for it. And I was like, sick. So I might get a Jeep like tomorrow.
That'd be sick.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
so
awesome.
we can be like SUV buddies because you know, the SUV gang stand up.
Think of the road trip potential now.
Oh, but
You don't have to worry about your car exploding halfway
Well,
across
it's
provinces.
yeah, I don't know, like it opens up a world of opportunity. The four-wheel driveness is nice. I can take it places that I can't take my car. It's great. So I'm just excited to hear back about that. We'll see what happens.
It's also dope in the winter.
Yes.
I have 4Motion my Tiguan, and it's
Mm.
like since getting it, and it's only been what, technically 2 summers.
Mm-hmm.
2 summers ago, so like what, 2.5 years, something
Give or
like that.
take.
I'm in
Give or
my
take.
second. I'm in my 3rd year of paying it. So, but I got the SUV anyway, and it's like I haven't had a slip slide weird situation other than Larissa going a bee and then hitting the guardrail that time.
Yeah.
We've been and none of that was snow related. It's been
Yeah.
fantastic. We do spend a little extra on time. Like I don't feel like I cannot spend that much money because my girls are in the car and driving without me, and I got to set them up as best as I can. So we got
For sure.
Pirellis, which are a little bit more expensive in fairness, but like the 4-wheel drive really helps.
Oh yeah, like I had a truck before, and I
Yeah.
just found like, I mean, I had all seasons on my truck, and it was like impossible to stop. Like once you put it in 4-wheel, it was just like nothing mattered really, which was crazy. So I don't know.
Nice.
It's just gonna be nice to have something because my car is horrible in the
It is.
snow.
No
Yeah, you
offense.
had the same one. Like
I have the
you
exact
know,
same one. Yeah.
you know, yeah,
Yeah.
it was bad.
We had some fun times.
We had some fun times.
Driving to get coffee in the winter
Oh,
in your car.
but
It was the best of times.
a little
It
scary.
was the worst of times.
A little scary.
For
Yeah,
5-minute drives.
So I'm
They were
hoping
spicy.
next week on the show I can be like Jeep Gang.
So next week's episode, you're going to be live from inside the Jeep, right?
I could be. Oh, and I mean, like, this is like personal stuff still, but like I ordered a 2K quality webcam just for the show, and it's coming this Wednesday. So next week's episode, I should be in crystal clear HD 2K vision. You'll be able to see every little speck on my face. I'll come clean. I'll come
All your
correct.
pimples.
Yeah. So
all your-
basically, I've like discovered Amazon like late in life. Like I know that sounds so dumb, but like I've never used Amazon like ever.
Dude,
Ever. I made an
I
account like,
only buy things through Amazon.
bro, I made an account 3 weeks ago. And I've
Holy
ordered
crap.
like 20 things through it because it's just like, wow, this is convenient. And it sucks because I did put my payment information into it so I can just swipe and be like, oh, like I've bought something now. And that's not, it's not good.
CEO entrepreneur.
I'm just, living the best life right now. But
Born in
it's so
1964.
good. Anyway, that's my week. Next week's going to be exciting as heck, potentially.
Hell yeah, dude. I hope
I'm
that
gonna
all
have
works
that
out.
stuck in my head for the rest of this recording, just so you know.
Me too. Probably for the next week.
Yep.
I'll be at work like CEO on. Anyway.
Perfect.
Yeah. How was your week, Drake?
My week was pretty chill.
Nice.
Honestly, I can't think of much that has happened. I'm sure I'll think of other things as we continue through the conversation. Work was good. Busy weekend this weekend. Yesterday was quite steady. Really good night. Yeah, things have been good.
Sick.
I guess this is yeah, I mean, it's not like it's confidential information by any means. One of the people who currently works at 11th Mile is leaving.
Mhm.
She got a job opportunity in her, like, what she wants to be doing, and like the owners of the business have been like pushing her to go towards and doing something like that. So like that's
Mhm.
super cool.
Mm-hmm.
So they're within the next. She's done in April, like the middle of April, and after that point, like they're looking to hire somebody over at the pizza place.
Mhm.
And then when that happens, they're going to shift me and one of the other guys I work with who also does like the back and forth between both places, moving us both to the main restaurant full time.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
sick.
That'll be
Yeah.
nice.
And then
That'll-
we'll have like,
I was just gonna ask if will that provide like more consistency in your schedule and stuff?
100%. Yeah,
Sick.
absolutely.
Cool.
That's nice.
And then also the woman who's leaving, she's like our baker slash our prep person. So she did most of the morning shifts with our chef, like to start the day off and get all the big things going.
Mhm.
So the three of us that will be there full time will just be in like a rotation of those shifts. So we'll all have some like mornings and evenings
Oh.
off and potential like full weekends off as well.
Weird.
Damn,
That's
dude.
rare.
Drake
Yeah,
with
exactly.
consistency in his schedule and maybe a morning show. Who?
Yeah,
Drake. Who?
exactly. And plus, I'll get to be learning a whole lot of different stuff because there's just like a bunch of things that she does right now that like just nobody else does.
Cool.
Sweet.
So that'll be super
That's
cool.
amazing.
So like that's super exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, otherwise, like everybody at work this week has had a weird sickness. Like everybody had the exact same thing,
Mm-hmm.
and we were all suffering through that through the midweek.
Yeah, you feeling any better?
I'm still like a little congested, but otherwise, like
It's
tip top.
it's so weird. Like I mentioned it last episode, so I won't go over it too heavily. But like everybody's so sick. Like everyone that I know was like out for a week, and it was like a bad week for them. So yeah, I find usually flus and stuff last like 2 days, and then you're
Yep.
kind of up like on the rise, and you can get back to your regular schedule. But
Dude,
like Matt, you've been fucked.
I don't know
seriously.
why. I don't know how in life, and I could almost cry a little bit, so I'll be chill, but I don't know how in life I got such a bad lot with this fucking sickness. Sorry for the F-bomb. With this friggin' sickness. Like it's been I've been sick. We thought back throughout the whole process. I've been sick for 10 weeks this week. I'm in my 11th week of having some kind of cough or congestion or sickness or flu-like symptoms
Jeez.
or COVID-like symptoms, and I just cannot break out the other side to save my life. They must think I'm crazy when I'm like, hey, can I please have this medical assistance?
Damn,
It's wild.
that's
But
rough.
yeah, but 10 weeks is a long time to be really sick. So yeah. I did get on some new meds though that have been really helpful for me for my blood pressure, which we talked about briefly a while ago. So I got on those meds. Did I talk about that last week?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay. So I got on those meds, and in general I feel really good. Like generally speaking.
Yeah.
Even though I'm sick, like I still am having all the benefits from being on those meds and having everything regulated the right way. Not quite perfectly, but close enough. So yeah, I feel better in general, but then to be sick is just like for that long is exhausting. I'm like at my wits end. I have like, look at these bags. Look at them.
Gucci.
Prada, baby. Not a big deal.
I just thought
I'm
of
gonna write a
something.
rap about that.
I just
Sorry,
thought
go
of
ahead.
something else that I wanted to mention, and it's a question for the audience also, just out of curiosity, because I feel like we do have a pretty mixed bag of like generations of viewers. I'm
Shout out
getting a
to
new
Fan Lisa.
tattoo this week, and it's gonna be behind my ear. You'll see it. You'll see it in the coming weeks. But I'm curious, like, what people think nowadays of like tattoos on the necks and stuff. I know it's becoming widely more acceptable, but I'm curious if our fans have like opinions on it at all. Because I don't know, I don't really mind, but I'm like, will this affect me in the future? But I
I
feel
can
like
hit you with a little bit of insight on that if you want, but
you go for it. You work in a much
so
more professional setting than me, so
yeah. So tattoos the important thing when you hire is diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Mm.
And if you hire with diversity, equity, and inclusion in mind, and I have to hang out with me for a second, but we'll get there. If you hire with that in mind, then a true meritocracy exists, and you can have like flourishing careers and relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Like that diversity, equity, and inclusion piece speaks to people who look different than you. It speaks to people who sound different than you. And to me, tattoos existence, and to a lot of other people in the professional industry now in this day and age,
Mm-hmm.
if you're working for if you're working for a place that values DE&I, the tattoos aren't
Mm-hmm.
going to hurt you.
Mm.
Because you might look different than me, but that doesn't mean that you can't do your job, and that doesn't mean that you can't do your job well. And you might
Mm-hmm.
sound different from me, or you might, have differing opinions and yada yada yada. But all of that means at the end of the day is that everybody deserves the same opportunity that everyone else does. So
Mm.
if you were to, I can't really talk about my employment, but if you were to work in a big bank or a financial institution of some kind, not going to run into any issues with your tats. Now, if you go to a mom and pop, if you decide to take a job at a mom and pop shop where they don't necessarily have the same value or the same type of leadership structure,
Mm-hmm.
it still will affect you is the short answer. It will.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
So
like,
and you work for a bigger company, so you're not going to run into any
Mm.
issues. But if you were to pivot to something smaller, it could have an effect. I'm not saying don't get it, but I'm just saying like the context clues, like it could still impact you. I don't
That's
think it should. I really don't, but it
Mhm.
could. There are people out there who still like my up until Mark, shout out Mark twice in a 2-episode sequence, but he was really against tattoos, and then got a really beautiful piece to honor his two sons. So
Mm.
like people change and minds morph and stuff like that, but there's still a
Mhm.
lot of hatred out there towards body art. And to me, honestly, it's kind of body shaming a little bit if you are telling people that they can't come to work for you, or you look down on
Mm.
people because they have tattoos.
Mm.
Not okay, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah. I mean, like, I work in like I drive like a forklift. Like
Yeah.
but interestingly enough, also the owner of the company that I work for, big man,
Mhm.
he is like drastically against tattoos. Like when
Yeah.
he comes in, I have to wear a long sleeve shirt,
Mhm.
which is wild to me in 2024.
I remember.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's so weird. But
It is.
I don't really care about that. I mean, I'm already
It's
established
people,
enough in the
and
company that that's not going to affect me in my line of work. It shouldn't affect me either. I'm just like, if I change line of work, I feel like I'll be good. Like I'm not too concerned about it to the point where I'm like, I'm not going to get this. But I'm just like,
well, yeah, and
Mm.
your line of work is a lot different. The
mm,
only recommend, like, I think if you think about it, because you haven't told us what you're gonna get yet. So
mm,
before you tell us, or if
I
you
can
don't
show
tell us
you.
at all, that's fine. Yeah, 100%.
Wow, you keep
I think
talking.
like as long as even if it's like totally subjective and random, like I'm gonna get my first tattoo is gonna be the White Lotus from Avatar, The Last Airbender, probably like right here or something along those lines.
Mm.
And as long as it's not offensive, then people can't tell you what to do when you're in their employment sphere. Like it's if it's not offensive, then you're good to go. So just the ones that are really out in the open, as long as they're not offensive, you'll be fine, and no one should be able to say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just a straight up agree with all of that.
I couldn't find a good picture of it, but basically, I'm getting like a
You're a chef, Drake. Everyone's tattooed.
Yeah, I was gonna say
whoa.
like there's a lot of industries these days, especially in mine, where like that form of expression is like more than welcomed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just gonna get like like the super common like sparrow tattoo that people have. Does
Mm.
that ring a bell at all? You
Yep.
see it a lot.
Yep.
I'm gonna get that behind my left ear. It's just gonna be
Cool.
little. Yeah,
That's sick.
yeah.
Do it.
That's super neat.
Yeah. I mean, my week's been chill.
Yeah.
I have so I don't know if you guys watch much comedy, but my birthday coming up this year is August 9th. It's August 9th every year. But August 9th is the Friday before the weekend of the Great Outdoors Comedy Fest. So me and my group of friends are going to see Tom Segura on the Saturday.
Nice.
And they announced Theo Vaughn
Mm-hmm.
as the headliner for Sunday, and your boy got tickets to both because it's that birthday weekend energy.
Theo Vaughn's
Yeah,
funny.
that's super funny.
He is
so
funny.
funny.
He's so funny.
Weird man.
He is really weird.
So
That's
weird.
the weirdness is the funny part. I honestly think
That-
I don't know what his stand-up's going to be like because I can genuinely say I've not watched a special. I've just watched him on the 6,000 podcasts that he does, and he's comical. But the boys were like, Theo Vaughn's coming. I was like, yeah, it's my birthday. I'm gonna have to drink beers to nurse the hangover from the Saturday night. So may as well go do another comedy show and bring the heat.
Yeah.
We all booked Monday off.
He's like one of those rare ones that like truly does offensive is funny in the right way. Like, some people will just say something you're like, ooh, but he says something offensive and you're like, that's hilarious. Like no one's offended by it. So,
like Shane Gillis.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's quite funny. I do enjoy a little Theo Vaughn energy. So we're gonna go see him.
Just says some of the most out of pocket things.
He's
wild stuff.
And then just like we'll say it and then it's just like done, is carrying on with whatever the regular conversation is. And it's like, well, what? You can't just say that and then just there we go.
And then just leave
Move
it.
on.
The thing is, if we ever do like an after dark recording where we're like not sober, that is like us energy, just a little less. You know what I'm saying? Like we really do hit those notes sometimes. But he is
I'm
hilarious.
scared to release an After Dark podcast for that reason. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think we'll be all right.
I will be okay. We'll be okay 100%. What else did I do? Work was wildly productive this week. I had an extremely productive week at work. So I'm like very happy about that because I've been behind a lot recently. Not because of anything that I really can control, but been behind a lot. So it's been kind of nice to not it's been kind of nice to not feel like I'm 2 weeks behind a week's worth of work. So yeah, it's been pretty decent. What else happened this week? Ridiculous, I'm wearing the jersey today.
Ooh, look at that. Fresh.
We didn't play Monday night and didn't play the previous Monday night as a result of a team forfeiting to us at the 10:30 game. Let's friggin' go. Sorry, trying to do our best, but it's YouTube.
I mean, we're past the minute mark. It's okay.
Yeah, we can swear now. True. We can swear. Is that a thing we're doing? We're swearing? Yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah, I've already dropped an F-bomb.
Yeah, the YouTube algorithm, it's like the first minute to 3 minutes is where it's like, don't do it.
Don't you dare. I will not algorithm you.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. So the team that we were playing against 2 weeks ago FF'd because they didn't have enough people. And then wanted to like scrimmage us with the rest of the people that were there. And we're like, guys, it's 10:30 at night on a Monday. We all got to be in the office tomorrow. Like love you, but no.
Yeah.
We're not coming in at 10:30 at night. So anyway, so we won that one by technicality. And then March break, they paused the games because the venues got everything rented out well in advance of our HSSC contract. So so it was kind of chill. Found out that Eloise Beth Johnson, who's my daughter, if you don't know her, I'm not going to show a picture of her on the internet. But if you know us and you know her, she provided her first commentary about Avatar: The Last Airbender this week, which was she was pissed. She was pissed. And she mentioned it the one time in the TikTok I sent Drake or not TikTok, but short little video I sent Drake and Colton about how pissed she is that Sokka didn't wear the white and blue face paint. And in the live action show when he did, because Eloise has this thing, and I'm confident she'll have ADHD, but she has this things where she wants to repeat watch shows that she's already watched because she knows them already and she feels comfortable watching them. So she's watching and analyzing the first episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender cartoon on repeat, like all the time. So then she watches the live action. She's like, well, I know this front to back. Where's the face paint? Comical. So anyway, so I was like, we don't need not that my parentage was ever in question, but we definitely don't need a paternity test now because she's my baby.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I love
comical.
Yeah.
But other than that, my week's been pretty chill. Theo Von tickets are really exciting though. You guys should go.
I considered it, but
I know, it's fine. If you come, you can hang out with us. The tickets will be open for a while, but if you come, you can chill with us. It'll be.
I off of that. Also bought comedy tickets literally yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. I don't know. This is maybe a little bit more of a niche comedian than Theo Von and Tom Segura, but I don't know if you guys actually. We might have watched some clips together, Colton, when we were living together, but I don't remember. Do you know Randy Feltface?
Yeah.
The purple puppet?
Yeah.
He's coming to Moncton.
No,
he is. And Halifax. Nice. Yeah, he's coming to Halifax too.
Really?
Yeah, end of the year.
Huh.
I'll send you a link if you want to get tickets.
Yeah, link me later for sure.
Or you guys could come to Moncton and we could all go together. It's November 29th.
Oh, there's time.
Year. Yeah, plenty of time.
November. Holy smack. Yeah, okay, we'll plan it.
Yeah, I think we should plan it. I think that should be it. Should that be it? There's time for us to save up a little bit.
We'll roll up in the Jeep.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
And tickets are only like $40.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's very inexpensive.
Yeah. And we have a place to sleep, presumably.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a little bit of driving, or we could just get a hotel. Because Moncton's a 2-hour drive from Fredericton.
From Freddytown, it's true.
Ooh, but I get mad discounts on hotels through my work.
Oh true. Yeah. Well,
also,
just look at that.
We can sneak. We can definitely sneak in a little air mattress action.
Yeah.
No, not a big deal.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. Bring the old sleeping bag.
I've got if you can get the disc, it depends on what the hotels are, but there's a very nice hotel that I've stayed at.
We cover pretty much all of them.
Okay, cool. Then I know where we would stay.
Yeah.
We really should take that offline and actively think about it because it's far enough away that it's doable.
But yeah, so I'm going to see Randy Feltface 29th of November. I'm pumped. I think he's hilarious.
That's
and
really
hopefully you guys will join.
Ventriloquism is amazing. The Jeff Dunham era, I feel like, allowed for Feltface to be a thing in the first place. You know what
Definitely.
I mean? Yeah. That's amazing. I don't think
anything else
really happened. Wait,
disc golf. We were.
Yes. I was going to mention the disc and golfing. We got out. I would have invited you, Colton, but I know you don't like to be invited things when the person who's inviting you already knows that you have plans. So you had plans, so I didn't invite you, but you're always invited. For the record, I always think about you when we talk about disc golf. This is not an exclude. Yesterday, just yesterday morning. It was a big day for you, so I didn't add any extra. Will you come disc golfing pressure? But you are always invited and will always be invited. We played the Dartmouth course for the first time since the thaw. And it was fantastic. And I'm going to be playing a lot of disc golf this year because it doesn't look like Ridiculous is signing up a team for Summer League unless Colton wants to play. But surprise asking you live on our podcast. We'll talk about it later. It's different timings. It's 6:30 Wednesday nights, but we'll talk about it later.
That could work.
Yeah, for real. But that's why I thought about it. But so played the first disc golf game. Went through we did 2 rounds because it's a 9-hole course, so we went through 18 and the first round I crushed until the last hole. And Colton, you know the last hole because you played it. You have to throw that through these 2 narrow trees and down the hole and end up right to the fence, and it was just like awful.
Let me interrupt because that's not even like the worst part. If you're like not great, which I would consider myself very inconsistent at disc golf.
Me too.
It's right beside a road in Dartmouth. So like
It's better now. It's better now. They
you
redesigned the course. I will say it's better now.
okay, but
Yeah.
when I went, if you whiffed it, like if you really pulled your shot hard, you could hit a car that was driving on a road in Dartmouth. And I witnessed it happen at least twice. I didn't do it.
same.
I was always like a little weenie and I would like throw it super
Mm.
light and never go for the hole. But like it was scary. Like
Yeah.
really scary.
Yeah. But shout out to Jacob and Jonah. They want to play a lot this year, so we'll be out a lot this year.
Sweet.
I want to
Yeah.
come back out. I haven't been out in so long. I'm
Dude,
a little
come. I would
Whoa.
honestly have drove over and picked you up for disc golf on yesterday.
I was in the boardroom cafe yesterday when
Yeah.
you were disc golfing, looking
Yes.
at discs.
I just
Oh,
want the once.
Drake.
Come on down.
Anytime you're down, if you can find the time, I'll cancel my schedule and take vacation time at work or whatever to get you out on the course, my guy. You know what we should do? No. You know what we should do? We're adding another thing to the list of things we got to do. Although November will be a challenge, but if we have to get slushy and sloshy and tie ribbons to our discs, we're going out to a Freddytown disc golf course. I'm
That
sure
would be
there's one.
sick.
There is. Oh, there 100%
That would
is.
be sick.
Also, like November's here are pretty mild.
Yeah, it's just the muddy consistency that kind of sucks. But I've endured worse. So has Colton. Our shoes have come out not clean.
Yeah. It was rough.
Yeah.
Oh
so
God,
not to worry, but that would be really amazing actually to the trio disc golfing. We could take a couple of shorts, post them on the old Insta.
I will say, last podcast, like not the recent one, but like 2 years ago, we would like rip on Matt for disc golf. I gotta retract that ripping on. Just like people who play regular golf understand. People think it's so easy. It is not an easy sport at all. Like physically walking and stuff, obviously straightforward, but like to get down like the technique and to like understand the discs and like actually do what you want to do is so hard. Like I go out there and I rip a drive as hard as I can and it goes maybe maximum 200 feet. Like that would be like my best day ever, wind to my back. The pros can do like 800 feet. And I'm like, how? You're not 4 times stronger than me and you weigh 70 pounds less than me. Like that's not what this is. You just have like the most perfect technique ever.
It's all like, form.
It's wild. It is a crazy difficult sport to get good at.
Because you can go in and throw a disc a couple hundred feet, and at the level that we play at, that's serviceable. But like when you play, like so for those of you who don't know, there are 3 main courses now here in the Halifax area. I say Halifax area. It's not quite the HRM. It's a little bit outside as well. But there's Hammond's Plains. There's
Windsor.
We would call it, we would consider it Windsor, yeah. And then there's the little one here in Dartmouth. Oh, and then there's technically a 4th. There's a 9-hole here in Dartmouth on the Dartmouth Commons, and then there's one on the Minesfield Commons. So which we have to try. But the boys were telling me that it's a bit too wet this early in the season to play because it's like Hammond's Plains, but not as well manicured and condensed to be smaller. Yeah, so
Hammond's Plains is like a French.
They've been doing a lot of work on the HP course for a long time. They haven't been on the Minesfield course, so I can only imagine that it kind of. I mean, it is 9 holes shorter, but we'll have to try it out and see what.
I'm also not trying to throw judgment towards Hammond's Plains. It's a great course. It's just like if you're a beginner, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, playing the Dartmouth course if you're a beginner is where you should go to play. Playing and get the bug a little bit, but Hammond's Plains it's punishing.
I started at Hammond's Plains, and it's like, see that 2-foot gap in between that forest and that other forest? Throw there. And you're like,
right there.
What?
If you don't hit it, you're so screwed, you're getting a 6.
The amount of trees that I tried to chop down while I was out there, it was impressive.
Dude, the trees will tell you, the comical thing is that the trees will tell you the direction of the hole if you just take time to look, because so many people have hit off the face of the tree. The trees bleed sap, and it's comical to see I don't know why it's so funny to me, but I just every once in a while I'll be like, this is funny.
Mhm.
But it's like dribbles of sap down the
Yeah.
tree on one side and not on the other. You can tell the direction of the course because so many people hit the trees. It's comical. So on the 9th hole, they've moved Colton. They've moved the box from where it was to the left.
Okay.
Okay, so it
Yeah,
encourages
closer
you
to
to
the path.
throw. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It encourages you to throw flick through the gap or right hand backhand out and around the trees now,
Mhm.
which takes the street out of play pretty much. Unless you really yank a flick, you're not going out to the trees because everything is sort of coming back, which was a great change in the course design. But the gap, and for like disc golfers, some of us can hit this, but a lot of us can't. I personally, we played 2 rounds and I hit the gap once and missed the gap once. And when I say missed, I smoked the tree. So
So you have to go out to the left of that first tree. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's moved even a little bit further than that first tree to the
Oh
left.
my god.
Yeah. It's actually really nice. We
This
have to
is a
try it.
horrible like
Yeah,
explanation for
I
the
know, but it
people who
is
are
what it is. It
listening,
is what it
but
is.
I'm picturing like that sounds difficult as hell.
It is challenging, but it takes the road out of play, which means there's less stress. So I found like, yes, it was harder physically. First shot I threw smoked the lead Mando tree. Not good. Picked up a par after that, which was a miraculous thing. And then yeah, it's hard. It is hard to describe. You're right. So we'll stop. But it's just a difference in the course that makes a lot of sense. I'm really happy about that. So shout out Dave and the course designers. But Dave Gillette's like a legend around these parts. So yeah, but that's really my week. It's been pretty chill. A little disc golfing, a lot of working, a lot of being productive, getting in ahead of the 8 ball, and now we're here, launched to go into the 3rd week of March, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe we play a little disc golf and invite the old Colton D. Drake G, you always have an invitation as well, obviously.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, but it's tough to be like, hey, let's drive 4 hours and play disc golf with me this evening.
Yep.
So
it'll happen one day, I'm sure.
One day.
I'll get out there.
One day.
See what I can do.
Someday. We'll be 60.
What if we're 60 and then all of a sudden you slam us out of nowhere? Could you imagine?
Imagine how many red lights Matt will run towards the course when he's 60.
Bro. Do you know what the best thing
like
is?
an old man.
As the producer of this show, I have the ability to press the mute button on Colton. Now we can't talk.
Put him in the corner.
I unmuted you because I'm not like that, but that was a little savage. I'm not gonna lie, that hurt my feelings a little bit.
Okay.
But
you'll be fine.
It's okay.
You'll be
I'll
fine.
be fine, he says. I'm secretly crying myself to sleep at night every night.
It's fine.
He'll be fine.
It's gonna say
that water will help you with that problem.
Can you hear that? Can you hear porn?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
I heard like the dribbles.
Here, I'll put my mic really low. Oh no, I can't. It's too full. We'll do a nice.
We go for the first time in when we're all 60, and you guys find out that every day for the last 40 years I've been going out and playing disc golf.
Your Macbeth levels of disc golf professionalism.
Yep.
Dude, I got the new Simon Lizotte time. I don't know if you're up to date on like what's new and what's not new, but the Simon Lizotte came out with a new time lapse disc, and I got it for Christmas, and I busted it out, and it is really hard to throw, but really sick when you get it right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. I'm like 3 episodes into Avatar. 4 episodes, 3 or 4. Look, you gotta take it in small strides with me.
I'm impressed that you're at 4, bro. I'm impressed that you're 4. I know that we normally record on Wednesdays and it's Sunday, so you get a little extra time to be at 4. But you went from half of episode 1 through 4. We'll take those. We'll take those. What are the thoughts I know we talk about Avatar a lot, but
Yeah.
what are the thoughts on the
But
first
it's like
four?
current for us.
It's pretty current, yeah. It's current for people that are in our circle, so it's fine.
True.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Um,
Also, we're
I-
us.
yeah, exactly. I overall am enjoying the show. I'm having a hard time separating the anime to this.
Mm-hmm.
And there are specific things that I'm like, I don't know why they made this choice.
Okay, which ones?
I mean, I know that it's condensed and it's only 8 episodes,
Mhm.
but they are 40-minute episodes versus 20 minutes from the original show. So effectively 16 episodes condensed into 8.
21 eps, I think, is
Yeah. So there's like a decent amount of extra
There you go.
stuff, but what?
He was like 21.
It's randomly sorted.
So obviously, like, you can't fit everything, and it seems that they're fitting about 3 episodes from the original series into 1 episode of this. I like loving the actors for the most part.
Mhm.
There are some
Azula?
Bro.
I've only gotten a little bit of Azula so far. Like her introduction when she's like dupes those Fire Nation people into invading the temple.
True.
So I don't know if I should love her or hate her as an actress, but I enjoyed. She seems
her.
evil enough.
Just hate her.
Okay,
Doesn't do the character very well.
Tylee. I enjoy Tylee and oh my god, I can't remember what the other girl's name is. Zuko's girlfriend. Weird thing.
Suki.
No.
No. It's,
Zuko's. The depressing.
Oh.
I can't remember her name.
Why can't I remember her name?
Because they got like 40
You
seconds of screen
talk
time,
about
but I like them already.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, Tylee has the right energy to be Tylee.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just some like weird moments where like
My.
yeah, that's right. Yep.
My.
Yeah.
Where Team Avatar is like surprised by a group of people, like when they're on Kyoshi Island and the Kyoshi Warriors surprise them. And Katara's just like, oh no, stop, help us. And I'm just like, bro, they make it feel like you're in any amount of danger.
I'd have to go rewatch.
True.
You were talking about this in the group chat the other day when you were watching it live.
Yeah.
Spoilers for everybody. We do talk outside of the show about things.
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we
I haven't
usually
seen
kinda,
these
like,
guys in
recap.
15 years. They only talk to me when I send them an invite for the stream
Yeah.
yard. Yeah.
Like, I get it in some scenes, I think. Like, I have memory of these things. But I think she does some scenes really well as well.
Oh yeah, I think she's phenomenal in every other regard. It's
Is
just
that
those
her
moments.
acting in the character, or is it the writing? That's the question.
Well, it could be. I mean, yeah.
Could it be the writing?
But yeah,
Judgmental Drake.
No.
I'm overcritical all the time, and I hate it.
Well, I was like sitting there, and it was like a moment because I was like, man, he's only said negative things so far about these episodes. And I'm sure you had positive things to say, but you're like, here are my negative notes. And I was like, you fucker.
Just enjoy the show. I am very much enjoying it. It's just like little things, and those are the things that I'm like, I want to talk about this.
That's fair.
Because I know you guys have seen the show, so I'm like, these are my interpretations. Some of the CGI is rough.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys have watched the Book of Boba Fett.
I have. Yep.
You know the speed bike chase scene that happens in the show?
I do.
And it feels like they're moving like 8 kilometers an hour when they should be moving like insanely fast. And that scene is so rough to watch.
Yeah.
There are moments in Avatar that remind me of that, where there's like, this is supposed to be like fast paced, like things are happening, and then the CGI is like, hey, Here we go.
Are you in the where are you right now? in
I
your
am
episode?
in Omashu.
Okay.
Secret tunnels.
Yeah, you haven't even seen the scene that I initially complained about for CGI. Because what
Okay.
you're saying right now, like the moving super slow, that's
Hmm.
exactly my issue with it's when Katara fights what's old man's name?
Master Paku.
Paku, yeah.
Yeah, when they fight, just look for it because
Okay.
like
I mean, it'll probably
not
stand out for me.
not to like set you up to hate that scene, but like
Hmm.
I was like, man, like they used ice powers, and I'm like, you could have walked faster than that.
Oof.
So it's a little silly, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
the sliding was such a big thing in the animated series.
Yeah.
mhm.
I can validate that criticism
And
for
I
sure.
can appreciate that it is such a big part of it that they had to add it in, and CGI is a difficult thing to do right
Yeah.
a lot
Oh,
of the time.
100%.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, I was like, oh, a
I
little
just like
disappointing.
you think about like the leaps and bounds we've made in like that side of technology and what people can do, and I know it's obviously it's an like most of the budget when you really think about it is going into that stuff, and doing a show
Salaries
like
and
this,
CGI.
yeah, doing a show like this, the budget to accurately represent it is going to be very high because it's a show where people can do crazy things that don't exist in the real world.
Yeah.
So like I
feel
get
like
that.
you're right, and I feel like I feel like I don't want to make a call too early,
Hmm.
but I feel like them knowing that the season 1 was such a hit and immediately renewing 2 and 3 so that we're getting the full picture no matter what. Well, I
Yeah.
say no matter what, but anything can happen in Hollywood.
Hmm.
I feel like the budget is going to be more voluptuous for seasons 2 and 3.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Because there's so much established in terms of like the coding and for the CGI
Hmm.
for all the bending and stuff like that is already established. So I feel like they'll be able to make it go further, hopefully.
Yeah.
But I'm still pretty optimistic for 2 and 3. I know that there have been some CGI moments that kind of stink a little bit. I agree, but
Mhm.
I still think overall a pretty significant success in
Oh yeah, 100%.
comparison to other adaptations.
Well, God, let's not talk about the movie because it never happened.
What movie? What movie? What fucking movie?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, like again, all the things I'm saying right now are complaints, but I do genuinely very much enjoy the show. I think the actors
Yeah.
are really great. A lot of it's really freaking cool. Omashu is a really cool city.
Mhm.
I can't wait till we get to Bossing Say.
Same. There is no war in Bossing Say.
There's no war in Bossing Say.
The other two like weird little notes that I've noticed, just because it's like when it in terms of like relationship building,
Mhm.
I think there are moments that are like really important early on that they've kind of like skipped over.
Okay.
That I'm like,
Break that
ah,
down for me. What are you missing?
when they're on Kyoshi Island.
Uh-huh.
In the animated show, there's this whole bit with Aang and like the kids of the island
Mhm.
that they're like in
Mhm.
love with
True.
him,
Yeah.
and Katara is very jealous that his attention is away from her.
Right.
And
Yeah.
those are like the first instances where you see like their relationship and that like love building in the show.
Mhm.
And you just like they don't like they show the kids being like really interested in Aang, but you don't get that like
The same effort. Yeah.
yeah, the
Yeah, I hear
dynamic
you.
of like Katara being like, I hate that you're doing this, and Aang just being like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's one thing cool. So I have a friend who I won't name, but has only watched the live action
Okay.
and has an opinion that Zuko and Katara should have ended up together.
Oh, which they do.
Which is Zuko and Katara. There is a whole thing
Yep.
that they should end up together in terms of the anime. Now, whether you agree or you disagree, that's not what I'm talking about. But because of the lack of I think what you're bringing up, because of the lack of the character building
Hmm.
and the lack of that relationship building in on Kyoshi Island as an example, and there's probably a couple other things, but
Mhm.
the like natural love between Aang and Katara doesn't show itself in the live action as much. Not as
Mhm.
though it's not there at all. It's probably 75% of what was there in the show, but that last 25% makes up a lot of the difference, I think.
Mhm.
Right? And you don't feel like they should be together because their love hasn't been blossoming since, like season 6, episode 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or season 1, episode 6, sorry.
Yeah.
ADHD is a terrible thing. So what how they recover from that, what they do, who knows, but season
Yeah,
2
exactly.
is coming.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
It's
being
going to
excited
happen
for
either
them. I
way.
hope they film them fast because I can't.
Don't want to wait.
Yeah, I don't want to wait. I don't.
I have this odd feeling it's going to be like one per year kind of deal.
Yeah,
I'm worried it's going to be 1 per 2 because of all the
Yeah.
CGI.
it's possible.
I hope they film 2 and 3 all at once, like they did the Lord of the Rings, so
Mm,
that there's like character continuity with age and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
so that it's just all done and they can get it out to us fast.
true.
Mhm.
We'll see.
So yeah, that's like one thing that I'm just like kind of worried about is that they're like grazing over those things that really develop the relationships of the characters. Like it
That's
seems
a
really
really
fast
fair criticism.
that like
Mhm.
everybody's just like, we're all best friends. I love you. Oh my god, this is great. And we're like an hour and 20 minutes into the series,
Yeah. I
which
get
is a
that.
little confusing. And the other thing that I'm just like, it's weird is Jet. I really liked where Jet was in the animated show because it's a completely like he's not in Omashu, period. It's a whole separate storyline, different village, all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And then again, the relationship building between Jet and Katara. Because obviously it's like the whole bad boy thing, and she just like loves him right off the bat. But you get to see more of that, like, oh, Jet actually isn't a good guy. I mean, he's a
Mhm.
good guy, but he's an extremist.
Mhm.
Yeah. It just shows us, boys, that good guys can win.
True.
That's the whole.
That's bad. That's
That
bad.
was just a joke.
You should have ended the show as soon as you said that.
Yeah,
I will.
exactly.
I'll cut the rest of this out.
Yeah, so that's the other thing that I just like. That whole bit is strange to me. I don't like what he did in this instance to showcase his like true nature and their relationship and all that kind of stuff.
That's a really fair criticism too. What I do think they did well, I think they did the like Jet's gaggle of like random orphan dudes.
Mhm.
They did them really well.
Mhm.
And I was
100%.
like, if Jet could just line up in really nice to these guys, then the quality would be good and the story would be
Mhm.
fine, and we're
Yeah.
just not there.
It
That's
does make
okay,
me excited because I think the character is really good. The actor who's playing him is very good.
Should we have an Avatar: The Last Airbender watch party?
I mean,
We
we
could.
could. We definitely
Absolutely.
could.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Should do a couple eps.
Yeah.
Put
You know
them
what
out
would
on
be
the Ice and Bee Network More channel.
I have an idea. Late night after dark podcast, and it's just us watching the show and drinking and chatting about it, like giving
Big
live
of fun.
commentary.
Yeah.
That would be
That would be
sick.
chaos.
Yeah, but it would be so
It'd be
fun.
dope. It would be
Oh
dope.
yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm down. I'm down.
Yep. We'll still get you you've been after an After Dark episode forever, Colton. We'll still get you a true After Dark, but we
Mhm.
definitely could come together and queue up on the Streamlabs and watch someone's feed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think just those little things, but I'm also it makes me excited because I really like the actor. We'll wrap up.
Okay, because I'm a dick. Colton just said in the chat that he has to poop so bad.
So we'll wrap up.
So we're wrapping up. Everybody, is there anything that you guys want to say?
I just really quickly wanted to finish my
finish.
note.
Colton's
It
poop
makes
can wait.
me really excited for the scenes where, like after all that stuff happens later in the series, when Zuko and Jet are on that boat after he's like Zuko's in his weird, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Do I want to capture the Avatar state? And they're all talking together, and he's like Firebender, and he doesn't know that Jet's a fucking extremist who wants him to die. Because that's a really interesting scene. I really enjoy that.
It is, isn't it? It is.
And because Iroh does his little fire thing on the boat to boil tea. But yeah, overall, really enjoying the show. Just small little things that I'm like, meh. But yeah, what's a question of the week for the viewers? What? Oh, you asked them already for thoughts on tattoos.
Sounds kind of like pee.
It does, yeah. It does generally sound like somebody went to the bathroom. Yeah, send us your thoughts about tattoos. If you have any tattoos, let us know what they are. Tell us all about them. Tell us how many you have. And tell us how many or what you want to get in the future, if you want to get any. Let us know.
We'd love to know. I'd love to know about that.
Oh, hey, thumbnail.
I'm curious about it.
I need a thumbnail picture for the gram.
Oh yeah, after.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All good. Well, anything you boys want to leave the fans with?
Do your taxes.
True facts.
Yeah. Don't wait.
Drink better coffee.
Don't drink coffee.
It doesn't need to be expensive. It just needs to be better. That's the key.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. Well, everybody, that's been the show. We appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe. Tweet me at David Dobrik. That's a joke, guys. It's a very common YouTuber joke. Get on the level. Tweet me at David Dobrik. Our Instagram is at Ice and Bean Pod. Follow us there. If you like this YouTube video, it really helps us out with the algorithm. So please do like if you can. Engagement is an important thing for us, but it's not everything. So if you're just a fan, we appreciate you. But if you can, feel it within your capacity to like and maybe leave a comment, that would be really great. We love you guys a lot. Shout out Superfan Lisa. There's no one else who's been in the Superfan category. Heck yeah. So other than that, we're gonna leave you guys with any words of wisdom.
We already said, didn't we?
Did we?
I said, do your taxes.
Do your taxes.
Drink better coffee.
Do your taxes. Drink better coffee. I'm just not paying enough attention. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.